Hi, this is Laura Milligan. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thank you for joining me today as I share with you a video tutorial.
Hi everyone, it's Laura, and today I want to show you how to make this card, which I think is so pretty. It goes together really quickly. Okay, I'm going to start with a piece of very vanilla cardstock. I've cut it in half, so it's 4 1/4 by 11, and I'm going to bring my stamping trimmer in and score this at 5 1/2. So I have a nice crease on that. Okay, next step, I am going to use, Stampin' Up! Has this new tape. It's lace tape, and you get each of these designs in the little packet. It is called Delicate Details Lace Tape, and I'm going to be using this pattern today. So what I've done is just cut 2 little pieces of this, and the tape comes on this plastic sheet, so I'm just going to carefully pull that off. And it really is sort of like tape. It's kind of feels like plastic. It's pretty on cards just as it is, if you want to use it as white lace. But what I'm going to do is use it more as a stencil. So to do that, I am using, first I'm going to use my crumb cake ink, and I have a little piece of a sponge, and I'll just dab some ink and then just sponge it. And of course, the more ink you sponge on, the darker the pattern will be. I like it a little bit soft, so I'm not going to make it too dark. But I do want to try to get all that pretty detail. Okay, so just sponge that on, like that. And then I'm just going to carefully peel this off. And look at that, isn't that pretty? I'm going to put this back on this little piece of plastic here because I can reuse this. As I said, this is like tape. Well, it is tape, and it's very durable, so you can reuse this over and over again. Okay, so then for my next next step, I am going to use my butterfly punch, Elegant Butterfly Punch, and I'm going to punch out 2 butterflies. I'll put one of these on the inside and one is for the front. Okay. Then what I did was I took my 2 butterflies and I used the Lacy Brocade embossing folder and ran it through my Big Shot so that they have some texture to them. Now I'm going to bring in my Champagne Mist paint. There are a lot of different things you can do with this. This is just one way to use it. I like to use a sponge dauber, and I pick up the ink just from the cap, and I'm just going to dab this on rather than brush it around. I'm just going to use a dabbing motion because I don't want to tear my butterfly. But you can see, isn't that pretty? And I'm going to shake this up again and get a little more ink in my cap here. Okay. Whoops, a little bit sticky. Okay, this dries pretty quickly, probably just 1 or 2 minutes. So I'm going to just set those aside for one moment. I'll push those over here, and I'm just going to add a little stamp. This stamp, number 147, is from one of my favorite stamp sets. It's called Nature Walk, and here's the little number 147. And this is, a lot of people ask me what that is. What is number 147? What does it mean? I think it is, if you've ever looked at botanical prints, they have numbers. They're all numbered, and I think that's what that's for. But I love this set. It's a must-have. Okay, I'm going to use crumb cake ink and just put that right here, like that. On the inside, I am using a stamp, it says just because. It is one of the celebration free items, free stamps that you can get with a $50 purchase, and it is from Vintage Verses. And if you'll notice on my stamp, I have stopped putting the labels on my stamps because I find that they cling so much better to the clear block that way. So my stamps now do not have labels on them. Okay, and I'll just stamp this in here like that. And I have a little butterfly. This is from Papillon Potpourri, which is a fun, fun thing to say. And I'm just going to add a couple little butterflies there. And I'm going to stamp off once and add another little butterfly on the front of my card. Okay, these are probably dry. Yeah, they're pretty dry, not quite. But I'm going to take next my little pearls, and I love to use these strips of pearls for the bodies of butterflies. So I'm just going to trim this. I'm using about 3 pearls per butterfly. Trim these up and pull that off. Whoops. And I'll just stick that on the center of my butterfly. Isn't that pretty? Can you see the shimmer? Then I'll just use a glue dot and put her right on my card. And then the extra one that I have, I'll pull off another set of pearls and put those on the front of her. Straighten that up a little bit and use a glue dot again. And I'll just tuck her on the inside of the card. But I hope you can see how that is shimmery and just so pretty. And that's all there is to it. It's quick and easy. And sometimes I think the simplest cards are the most beautiful, and that is pretty quick and simple, and I think shimmery and pretty. You always want to add something to your envelope, so I just stamped some of the same images I used on the card. So thanks for stopping by today, and I hope this was helpful to you. Have a great day.